Sorry this has been a little bit late, guys, but a lot's been going on. Let's get back to work.
The rediscovered son, Prince of Troy.
Hello, nomads, people, and strangers everywhere across the internet. My name is still V, and welcome back to Mini Mondays. I know it's been a while since I've done this, but cut me some slack, guys. Mental health is a big thing. And how to go back into things other than with Troy's fourth episode of Spoils of War. Well, in a nutshell, it was the Greeks cutting off the Trojan people's supply line by cutting off their new road of food in Cilicia. I think it's pronounced Cilicia. I just recently watched the episode again to refresh myself, and it's still kind of weird to get all the Greek names in, but what can you really do? But it also kind of focuses a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, on the Greek camp and how it's still deteriorating into madness under the ruling of Menelaus and Agamemnon. Before you guys ask, yes, I know it's not my usual recording space, but it's a rainy week, so a lot of the footage you're going to be seeing from this video and some other videos coming up is going to be up in my dining room, so enjoy that. Anyway, because of this sort of thing, for Cilicia having the trade-off thing, the Greek camp is going a little bit stir-crazy, mostly because Agamemnon is the worst king / worst character from the Odyssey, Iliad, and the anything involving his involvement. Like, literally, look up King Agamemnon, and you're just gonna be like, why hasn't he been killed at birth? Why was Paris the only one that was cursed to be a blight on society, yet he's revered as like this very powerful and very interesting king in character? I don't fucking know. I don't get it myself. But at least we get a little bit of some stuff from everyone's favorite superhero of Achilles, because he gets to be with his male lover Patroclus, which, if you guys know overly sarcastic productions where it was just guy love, it's now full-blown they bone love as well. And also some new girl that was introduced in the show of Briseis? I can't really pronounce these Greek names correctly, so I apologize to anyone that's from Greece. But there was a bunch of other stuff that happened thanks to the whole sieging of Cilicia that I would love to go into, but I don't feel like talking about Agamemnon raping someone's daughter, and then Odysseus making a plan with Lithos to come into later effect. So we're just going to also focus on the Trojans, which is them kind of going into a stampede of, are they going to die? Is Troy going to fall because there's no supply route now? There are no things of food coming in. They had to close up the tunnel in case they need to escape from the city. It's a very desperate time for the civilians. As such, there's also the talk of a traitor because no one else knew about the Cilicia, except for the people in the royal family, the digging committee, and of course, as we know from the last episode, it's because of Helen of Troy. This is probably going to be one of the few episodes where we're not going to be talking shit about Paris, because honestly, Paris is pathetic enough. I don't have time to pick on him every time, guys. Still, it does kind of show that all of Troy is just as stupid as him, and it kind of goes even further when after Agamemnon does the one thing in the show now that will have Achilles not fighting at all. There's now a trial by combat to see how the war will end between Menelaus, the man that wants his wife back because obviously they still need to go to divorce court to make it official, or will it be Paris, the guy that stole a man's wife in the middle of the day, even though it wasn't really him that stole her away. She stored herself into a box and left of her own volition. I still have no idea why the screenwriter still put this, to just see if this will end the war, if one side lives or dies. I don't fucking know. But the duel kind of goes a little bit easy with Paris having an easy lead, only for, surprise, Odysseus' plan to have the priest reveal the circumstances of Paris' birth going into effect to make sure that he does not actually win, instead having a weird identity crisis of like, wait, if I was born to be a curse, was I really stolen by wolves? Did my mother and father really love me? Am I really dooming my people, my countrymen? And the wife I stole, even though I really didn't steal her, she stowed away into this interpretation? I have no idea what is real anymore. And it's kind of the most infuriating thing ever, which is why Aphrodite decides to butt in and say, run. And that is episode 4 in a nutshell. There's a bunch of other moving factors. There's a bunch of more interesting factors along with it. But I do not have time to go over how to explain what Troy is. The book did it a lot more justice in the Iliad because it was a lot more action-packed and didn't have this much of a bull-guarding standpoint. Anything that involves retellings in the animated formats, do it justice. If you guys want to see it in a more comedic and more entertaining standpoint, like I've said all the time, Overly Sarcastic Productions does it better. The fact of the matter is, it's a good enough show, but these episodes from 1 to 4 are infuriating, and as much as I enjoy ripping on this, I'm running out of material to rip on. I'm just at that point where I'm like, impress me, damn it! Hopefully episode 5 does that, so I'll see you guys then for that next week.